What's up, guys? It's Benny. One of the darkest parts about the Epstein saga is how some of your childhood heroes, or some of the people who were famous for starring in childhood movies like Whoopi Goldberg, she was in the Little Rascals, for instance, were completely undone by Jeffrey Epstein. How these were the people that Jeffrey Epstein often targeted. A little bit of a tarnishing of everyone's childhood. Obviously, he had famous actors, Chris Tucker, Michael Jackson, Kevin Spacey, famous people inside of the entertainment and tech industry that were often at the island and often inside of his capture. This, for instance, is Whoopi Goldberg begging Jeffrey Epstein to go on a long trip with her to France. She wanted to use his plane for free, and she's trying to explain it all away here. But nonetheless, the black and white is that Whoopi Goldberg was on her knees begging Jeffrey Epstein for the special things that he could provide for her after he had admitted to being a pedophile. And these are the kind of things that when you look back on them, it really creeps you out, right? Like, so here's Ellen on her set. That just, doesn't that remind you of Epstein Island? It's like, look at this. Here we go. Ellen brought on all these sick kids onto her set, and all these kids are sitting there with the Epstein Island set piece behind them. Like, look at this. Looks just like the temple. And they're all like, hey, I like rap music, right? This kid's like, I like rap music. All these kids are suffering from cancer. Some of them have like one arm and one leg. And then Ellen decides to spring Diddy on all of them with her Epstein Island set and everything. Diddy comes running out to the children and grabs them all. Just a reminder, of course, that just months after this went on live on Ellen's show, Diddy is, of course, arrested and charged with trafficking, racketeering, sexual abuse, sexual assault, drugging of underage girls, and so on and so forth. So this is what Ellen was exposing all of the children on her show to. It's amazing how these demons try and rehabilitate themselves. They think it's all a sick joke, right? That's what this all is. It's all a sick joke. Anyway, the point is that Jeffrey Epstein, after the year 2008, after the year 2008, Jeffrey Epstein is a convicted pedophile and child sex offender who exploited and abused over 250 underage girls, some as young as 14 years old. Okay. This is just a matter of fact, right? An investigation began in 2005, and after 2008, this is who Jeffrey Epstein was. This is what he admitted to being. It's not like this is some kind of a contentious court case, or he, sued for defamation because someone called him this. He pled guilty to these things in court. All right. This is the man who Whoopi Goldberg wanted to fly on the plane with, who she admittedly wanted to take across the nation and fly with. It's also somebody who had special access to Disney. Oh, yes. This is some of the darkest stuff that we've seen in the files so far. We've done a little bit of research about the millions of documents. The Disney connection to Jeffrey Epstein is wild and very, very dark. Check this out. Lawrence Krauss, this is a professor who loved Jeffrey Epstein. Atheist professor, somebody who famously tried to hook up Jeffrey Epstein with Joe Rogan. Anyway, Lawrence Krauss is sitting here trying to write about a Disney vacation that he's going to take. And that he and Jeffrey are going to take. Check this out. Jeffrey, we should prepare seating cards for our dinner, blah, blah, blah. They're getting a dinner together. Also, since I can't get extra Disney tickets sent here for your guest, too late for that. We can get them when you're here. I won't be able to get a ticket or anything like that. I can try and reserve some rides, but that is only negative. That's the only negative. Okay, so he's saying that he can't get tickets. Disney tickets are like digital these days, right? You can go and reserve rides at the park. So this is Lawrence Krauss complaining that he can't get enough tickets for Jeffrey Epstein and his guests to reserve rides because they're all going to go ride rides at Disney. Jeffrey Epstein responds, "Don't worry, I have special access to Disney. Don't worry, I have special access." Well, does Jeffrey Epstein have special access? And then Lawrence Krauss replies, "Why am I not surprised?" with a smiley face. These people are disgusting, bro. These people are sick. Look at this. Here's Jeffrey Epstein. Disney destinations to Jeffrey Epstein. Would you look at that? Your friend invites you to share Walt Disney World vacation planning. What are they going to do? They're going to do a full Disney experience at the Disney vacation. This is from the Epstein files. Here's more. Jeffrey Epstein, you're invited to participate in a special upcoming trip to Walt Disney hotels. You are going to go there. Jeffrey Epstein staying at these hotels. Check this out. Here's a Jeffrey Epstein. The subject is Disney with exclamation points. Again, this is in the year 2018. This is in the year 2013. Are convicted pederasts allowed in the Disney parks? Is that true? Is this real? Disney's had a major problem with this in the past. We'll cover that in just a second. But this is well after Jeffrey Epstein pled guilty to child sex offense of over 250 underage girls. He is a convicted and pled guilty predator and pedophile. So these are the look at the timestamps here. Again, you have to make a distinction before Jeffrey Epstein pled guilty on this stuff and after he pled guilty on this stuff when it was public knowledge, okay? I mean, there's some of these monsters hide under the radar, but this is public knowledge. Here's Jeffrey Epstein talking about how they're going to stay at a hotel on the monorail system at Disney, how the places that they're going to stay have an amazing pool. They're going to stay at the Four Seasons. They want to go to do all of the parks, the property and shuttle buses to go from the parks. He's going to get park hopper tickets. He's going to be there for 2 days. He wants a bunch of passes. So imagine you're standing in line. The year is 2018. This is not that long ago. 2018 is not that long ago. President Trump this is Trump's first term. And you're standing there with your kids and Jeffrey Epstein walks right up and is in line with you. That happened to people at Disney. Do you understand this? Is there really no system in order to keep convicted pederasts out of Disney? 2018, not ancient history. 2012, again, after this. This is dated 2012. Be our guest at Disney. It would be a dream come true. I love Disney. They're planning on going to Disney. Have you heard about a new Be Our Guest restaurant opening at Disney Magic Kingdom? All of these Epstein emails. Pay for the Disney trip. Pay for Disney trips. Disney dinners. Should we tell Taylor? Hello, we are going to Disney. How many times did Jeffrey Epstein go to Disney? Has Disney ever had to answer this question? I just puked. Jeffrey Epstein had special access to Disney. Disney needs to immediately tell everybody what kind of access did he have. All of the emails I just showed you are not from Twitter. They're from the DOJ themselves. Why did atheist author Lawrence Krauss inviting Epstein to Disney World? Ghislaine Maxwell had special access in 1985. Here's Ghislaine Maxwell at a Disney presentation here. Happy Family Disney Day. Here's Ghislaine Maxwell on stage with Donald Duck. It's so creepy. It's so wrong. There was that expedition to Little St. James. Look at this. Snorkeling adventures. Little St. James Island is one of the places you could go on a Disney cruise. Oh boy. Yeah, that's right. When you actually finally wake up. Here are photos of Jeffrey Epstein at Disney. Look at this. There he is with some of the characters. Ghislaine Maxwell was a Disney Child talent scout for several years. What does that tell you? Here she is. Of course, Epstein had special access to Disney. Not only did the Disney Cruises line stop at the island so children could snorkel, his handler, Ghislaine Maxwell, had strong ties to Disney that had been in place for more than 40 years. Supposedly, they worked to save the children. Here's Ghislaine Maxwell again. Photos of her at Disney. Just a reminder that there's a underground secret tunnel system at Disney. And then it just looks exactly the same. Yeah, that's right. The logos look exactly the same. Special 33 club that you can pay for. Maybe this is your special access. It's almost like they advertised it. Disney Cruise Line to Little St. James. Ooh, man, it's making my skin crawl. Children disappear at Disney and it's not reported. Well, let's go ahead and look here. Of course, the CIA did help Disney conquer Florida. The CIA did help launch Disney World in Florida. There have been multiple reported arrests involving individuals linked to Disney World for child sex crimes, pornography possession-related offenses. These cases often involve employees or cast members caught in undercover stings by local law enforcement. And then they go through and point to All of the times that this has happened, 2021, 2023, 2022, the years, that's maybe some of the years that Jeffrey Epstein had special access. 2023, 2024, these are all the cases. And one of these cases was a case that had hundreds of predators arrested at the park. 106 people arrested in one sting, and the vast majority of them worked for Disney. Here we go. 108 people arrested in a 6-day undercover operation, many of them working at Disney. Goodness gracious. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's the image right there. Whew. Careful. Careful what you expose your children to. There's an evil, evil world out there that is hiding and in disguise. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Disney needs to answer for this. See ya.